Imagine sitting at your desk, heart racing, knowing you've just committed to a private equity deal that promises sky-high returns with supposedly low risk. You're not alone. Every leader, every investor, every professional chasing alpha has felt that electric mix of excitement and dread. Because here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say out loud. Private equity deals are not the safe harbor they claim to be. They're a minefield wrapped in a velvet glove. The question lurking beneath wealth and deals isn't, how much can I make? But how much am I really risking? And can I survive when the bottom falls out? You've heard the sales pitch 1,000 times. Private equity is stable. Risk is minimized through due diligence, structure, expert teams. Sure, it sounds comforting, a soothing lullaby in a world that's spinning faster every day. But comfort is the enemy of vision. Comfort blinds us to the cracks in the foundation. Risk doesn't disappear just because you've built spreadsheets or layered legal protections. You're staring not just into market volatility, but into the unknown behaviors of people, unseen shifts, hidden debts, cultural disconnects, and macro forces ready to wipe out entire industries overnight. What keeps you awake at night? Maybe it's the fear that the dazzling models, those thick decks filled with projections and margins, are just castles built on sand. Because beneath every unicorn story is a risk no spreadsheet can capture, the risk of misalignment. Misalignment between partners, between the business and market, between the promise and reality. These fractures are silent killers. They creep in while you sleep, under the radar of due diligence. And when crisis hits, it's those invisible cracks that implode everything. If you want to break free from the trap, you need to stop buying the illusion that private equity deals are risk-free. Risk is not your enemy, it's your reality. What separates winners from the rest isn't avoiding risk, but mastering it. It's about becoming the leader who sees beyond the numbers, beyond the allure, straight into the beating heart of every deal and every challenge. The first revelation. True risk lies in complexity and human nature, not just numbers. It's in the people running the business you invest in, their motivations, fears, hidden agendas. Most dealmakers drown in due diligence reports but miss this, the culture of the company they're buying into. Culture can make or break a company faster than any market fluctuation. So instead of just chasing growth figures, dig deep into the human fabric. Are the leaders ready to change? Are the teams aligned? Is there transparency, or just smoke and mirrors? Ask the hard questions that no one else dares to ask, because the answers will save you from nightmares. Next, control is an illusion. Many believe strong legal structures shield them from risk, but real control lives in trust and influence. You cannot legislate every scenario or foresee every twist. Instead, build relationships that transform risk into opportunity. Surround yourself with operators who share your vision and grit, people who don't just manage assets but live and breathe the business every day. This alignment becomes your secret weapon. It's not about domination. It's about collaboration that drives resilience. Listen closely. Volatility is your friend if you are prepared. Private equity is not about playing safe bets. It's about playing smart bets and knowing when to double down or cut losses ruthlessly. The greats don't romanticize holding forever. They realize that timing and agility turn risk into profit. This means constant, brutal realism. Cut through your biases. Question each assumption relentlessly. If your gut says no, learn to listen and act fast. Emotional discipline is as vital as financial expertise. And remember, diversification is not just about spreading money across many deals. That's beginner's talk. It's about diversifying awareness and insight. Surround yourself with perspectives that challenge your own. Feed on contradiction and discomfort. It's there where truth hides. The system doesn't reward radical thinking, but that's exactly where the edge lies. Breaking free of groupthink isn't easy, but it's what separates transient success from lasting legacy. Here's what most won't tell you. The biggest risk in private equity is not market downturns or financial shakeouts. It's losing yourself in the process. When the pressure mounts, the easiest trap is to become a puppet of conventional wisdom, to choose short-term safety over bold moves. But it's precisely those bold moves, those acts of defiance against the status quo, that create transformative value. The leaders who change the game see risk as the price of greatness, not a problem to solve. If survival and growth matter to you, Embrace the hard path. Build your own independent network of truth seekers, not yes men. Connect with people who challenge you, who hold you accountable, who share your fire for more. This is the hidden infrastructure the future demands, a place where the rare align and amplify each other's power. Alone, risk crushes. Together, risk is a recalibration towards unmatched opportunity. Mastering this means cultivating fierce patience. The world isn't owed your instant success. The long game favors those who keep sharpening their critical lens, expanding their understanding, and reinventing their approach. Risk shifts. Markets mutate. The only constant is your capacity to evolve. Resist the temptation of shortcuts or easy certainties. These only dull your edge. Finally, this isn't just about protecting your capital. It's about reclaiming your sovereignty as an investor and a leader. Risk is a test of will, clarity, and courage. Every deal is a battleground of ideas, culture, and market forces. Own this battlefield with relentless vigilance. Transform risk from a terrifying unknown to a powerful ally. It's in that mastery where true freedom lies, not in illusions of zero risk, but in the strength to rise above fear, to redefine reality, and to become the rare individual who shapes what comes next. You were never meant to play small or safe. The world as it exists is full of compromises and cages. But you stand at the edge, not to conform or blend in, but to shatter these walls with daring vision and fearless action. Don't let the promises of safe deals numb your fire. Instead, ignite it with unshakable truth about risk's true nature, and wield that power to build what others only dream of. Remember this moment, the moment where comfort ends and clarity begins. Not every deal is a trap, but every deal contains risk. How you face it will define not just your portfolio, but the very essence of your leadership. The ones who succeed don't avoid risk, they transform it. Where others see danger, they see the opening for revolution. This is your invitation to stop being a prisoner of illusions and become a relentless force of change. Risk is real. It is raw. It is yours to master. Embrace it. Break it down. Own it. Because in doing so, you don't just win deals. You redefine what it means to lead in a world that demands extraordinary courage.